Some more things that I've learned about the Stalker. Phase 1, as I called it, or the walking phase, where the Stalker hasn't seen the player yet, ends if the Stalker sees any enemy that it considers hostile. So if you're on the night version of the map, and he starts fighting those cultist guys that sometimes spawn in the hangar, he will also kill you on sight. He won't run away. Also, Phase 4 can interrupt Phase 2, or in other words, if you jump scare the dog inside a room full of Euruskans, the dog will quickly verify that his friends have his back, and then he'll murk you. This can get you killed by the dog inside of 30 seconds. I was wrong in the previous part about the dog returning to Phase 1. That doesn't happen. Sometimes, the Stalker starts walking again after he's already entered Phase 3, or the hunting phase, usually because the player gets really far away. I think this is a bug. He still knows where you are, and you can't scare him a second time. He will walk slowly up to you, and then smush you into the ground like always. I don't have footage of that. Just don't let your guard down if he starts walking again. Sometimes, the dog will get stuck. His pathing breaks or something. It can happen in a lot of different places, but don't get too excited if you see that, because the dog often is not stuck for very long. We may not have stuck prevention features, but he sure does.
Big boss headed this way.
Shooting at the dog from a safe spot very often sends him straight to Phase 4, or the I need help phase, where he goes and tells other Euruskans where you are. He will run pretty much all the way across the map to find friends, and he can talk to them through walls, which is sometimes funny, because if the doors are closed, they can't actually help him. On the flip side, Euruskans will never tell the dog where you are, and I'm not sure the dog even cares about the sound of gunfire. So you can actually just kite the Euruskans into the sewer tunnel or back up into the spawn room and fight them there, and the dog might never notice. Something that took me way too long to realize is that if your character says something like,
"You feel the ground shake? They're on their way,"
then that's the game directly telling you the Stalker is bearing down on your location. If your character ever says any of those lines, get up high immediately. Just being up on top of an object is not a foolproof strategy, though. The Stalker seems to not like difficult pathfinding or something, but the more you antagonize him, the more likely it is that he'll figure out how to get to you. This might be why he often runs away if you stand on the big mountain of corpses or on the concrete blocks at the bottom of the big staircase. But if you stand in those spots long enough, or you shoot at him a couple of times, he's going to try a lot harder to try to get to you, and he'll often succeed, unless you're really high up. I kind of like this flaw in his AI, or whatever it is. Because of it, the Stalker seems reluctant to attack you when you are standing on top of a giant pile of bodies. He is a dog guarding a graveyard, after all. Maybe someone trained him not to step on the corpses. While doing research for this video, I managed to drop the Stalker out of the map once. He's so fucked. What are you gonna do, dude? What are you gonna do? And break his AI completely once. Do it! Oh, wow. Wait, what? So... are we friends now? Did I, like... pacify him? I'm really confused as to how he's so broken right now. But neither of those occurrences is easy to replicate. To drop him out of bounds, you need him to rage punch while he's on the lower half of the staircase inside the first room. And to break him, I think you need to shoot him while he's in glitched walking mode and has no friends anywhere on the map to call for help. I understand this one less, but I'm pretty confident that this is only really possible on the night version of the map. There probably won't be a part 4 to this series, since I think I figured out most of how the Stalker usually functions. However, if I ever find a consistent setup for completely incapacitating him, you know I'll have to share.
"You feel the ground shake? They're on their way."